Hi, Earth signs. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your February 2022 career and finance reading for all of the Earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, welcome. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I put videos out every Saturday, except for if there are 5 Saturdays in the month. I take the 4th Saturday off, which is not this month, by the way. So let's get into your career and finance reading for all of the Earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, welcome. The first card is Imagine, and it's upside down. The next card is Loyal Heart, and it's upside down. The next card is To Be Fair, and it's upside down. And Building Blocks. And when the cards are upside down, it is not negative. It is not, I don't look at anything as being negative. I look at everything as a learning experience. And right now, Imagine is, for you guys, for your career and finances and for your way of life and Earth signs, you guys are a fixed sign. So part of being a fixed sign is, and you guys are all about stability, money, operating out of your head, doing everything the right way, the way you thought the world wanted you to do it. However, what is happening for you guys right now is, even though you're doing it, it doesn't feel right in your body. And you know it. And I think you guys are being transitioned into, you're coming out of the black and the white into the color. You're coming into yourself and your soul, and what you used to do isn't working for you anymore. And Imagine is upside down, so it's about catastrophizing and awfulizing. And what does that mean? It means this situation, you have it in your mind that it is way worse than what it is. I just want to let you know that is not your fault. However, it is not true. It's not nearly as bad as you think it's going to be, or that it is. Part of that is how you were brought up and what you were taught to believe or not believe. So part of this process is you're getting deprogrammed, and you can't I listen to everybody. I'm really drawn into what the world is saying, what we should do, how we need to do it, and what we're being taught is wrong. We're being taught workaholism and codependency. The more you do and the more you make, the better your life will be. You guys have done that, and you're doing that, and guess what? It doesn't feel good. Okay, and then the next part is, if you really do what you want to do, you're not going to make enough money and you're not going to be okay. Again, not true. So first, everything is like, Tony Robbins, he has such a huge following, and this guy is like such a great motivator on how to get it done. Get your shit done. Serve people, make a plan, follow the plan, money, 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 money. Help others, help others, help others. That is great when you are operating from a full cup. Most people are operating out of an empty cup, and you can't give what you don't have. And you have to realize that you don't have it before you can actually start to go get it. So he's great with the physical end, and he's a great motivator, which is what a lot of people need to get started. But most people can't sustain or stay consistent. I know how to sustain and be consistent, and most people can't do that. So it is not your fault that you haven't been able to do that up until now, or signs. The things you were taught weren't right. You know it because you feel it in your body. And you can't go on being loyal to things that aren't right for you. So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper, but this is all about having your ego removed. This is a painful process. I've talked to you guys before about your ego. What is your ego? Your ego is here to help protect you and help keep you safe. But it also, we're prone, the whole world is prone to doing things to extreme. So you have built a wall around yourself, and that's okay. You needed that wall, but you're starting to realize that that wall doesn't serve you the way that it used to. And what it does is it blocks you and it keeps people out. And as much as you say you're a loner, you're an introvert, you love people and people love you. And I think you needed that wall until you didn't. You're starting to realize you don't need the wall. So your ego is operating out of here instead of out of here. And I think when you were little, you started to operate out of here, but you didn't have the tools to keep yourself safe. So you shut that shit down. And you needed to, by the way. So going along with everybody else and doing things the way it's supposed to look like is no longer serving you guys. And I say, congratulations. Even though it's no longer serving you, it is a very hard and painful place to be. So it's saying, are you stubborn or overly tenacious about an idea? Have you become so attached to something that you just don't know how to let it go? Obsess much? We all do, by the way. So it says that could it become so much a part of you that you wouldn't know who you are without it? Now it's time to look at the outdated beliefs, old ideas, and misplaced loyalties. Betrayal is only a sign that it is time to prune away all who don't deserve your trust and have no place in your life. Be new, think new, and open your heart to new things. Let go of some of the old and all of your attachments. Sounds so easy. Spirit has awesome plans for you. Make some room. Okay, how do you let go? Imagine holding on to two poles for dear life with a death grip. How do you let go? Your pinky finger gets peeled off, and then maybe your ring finger, and then your middle finger. Fuck you. You have a fuck you in there, and then your pointer finger, and then your thumb, and then one arm's released, but you're still like, well, maybe if I do it this way, it could still happen. And as time goes on, somebody comes along and starts peeling off your fingers. Fuck you. And then your pointer, and then your thumb. You guys, you don't let go until you exhaust every other way to do it first. Totally normal. However, when you let go, you allow peace, you allow joy, and you allow love and fun to enter your life. So, and you guys, when you have moments of that, because I've seen you earth signs with moments of that, you guys are so funny and fun to be around. Your humor, you guys are dry. You have this dry sense of humor and you're hysterical. And I love when you allow people to see that side of you. So the next one is to be fair. And to be fair, this is all about lawsuits. This is about balance. And when it's upside down, it's like, okay, things are off balance. Maybe you're all one way and then you go all the other way. Totally normal. We do this. And as time goes by, it's not that you don't get thrown off of balance, but maybe you don't get thrown off nearly as bad as you used to, or you don't stay there for as long. So you're coming from the black and the white, and you're starting to realize, yes, there's gray. I've seen it a couple times. 50 Shades of Gray, by the way, just so you guys know. So it is a process. And so I'm going to say, drop the hammer, pick up the feather. Stop beating the shit out of yourselves. You guys did not know. And I want to tell you, the divine is telling me to tell you guys, You couldn't have done it any different, and you couldn't have done it any better. So when you know better, you do better. And you're starting to know better, and you're starting to do better. And that's what matters, what you're doing now. So letting go of how you thought things were supposed to be, that's okay. You hang on until you can't any longer. So to be fair says when it's upside down, injustice and inequality are part of life, but they don't have to define your experience. This is a time when you observe the injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you've come to the rescue of someone else or are called to answer for personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose and cause and commit to it because you can make the difference. One thing is for certain, if fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. The situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. So you guys, I think your gift, I know your gift is helping the underdog because you know what it's like not to have somebody to help and support you. So this is why this is so important for you. And maybe this has been your life purpose of helping others, but part of this is now for you to learn how to stick up for yourself. So maybe you were so great at standing up for everybody else, but you can't stand up. I don't want to say can't. You haven't been able to stand up for yourself until now. And now building blocks. And building blocks are, I see it like this is all about going back and addressing the cracks in your foundation. This is all about readdressing the things that you were taught that weren't true. So this is the time that you guys are coming back to yourself and addressing why you're really here and what you really, really, truly want to do, Earth signs. And you needed to pursue your life the way you needed to pursue it. It is being shifted. You guys, the outcome, it is so hard because you were taught the only way to get your way was to make it fucking happen. To let go of that is super, super hard. So what I'm going to tell you guys are responsible for the effort and not the outcome. The outcome is none of your business. You are here to help people. How it affects other people, how it helps them. I think part of your ego for right now is not to know. Yes, it is nice to get affirmation and confirmation that you are helping people, but I think if you get too much of that, it is going to feed your head instead of your heart. So what is the divine is telling me for all the earth signs right now that you are just supposed to do this work, and why you're doing it and who you're helping with it is none of your business. And it really isn't our business. It's God's business. It's the divine's business. It's your higher power's business. It's sources, your angels, your ancestors' business. It is none of your business. So the next one says study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So you guys are studiers, you're readers, you're information people, but what is going to help you the most right now is being in a writer's group. Create or join a writer's group to gain inspiration, friendship, and support. So you guys, part of finding out what your soul's purpose, what your vocation is, what you are here to do from the divine. That's what you guys are entering right now. And I want to let you know, part of your soul's purpose, partly what is happening right now for all of the earth signs, if you're drawn to me, if you're attracted to me, you start off your life with jobs, and then you have a career. And then what happens after your career is you enter into your vocation. Your vocation is your soul's purpose. It is why you are here. It is your job from spirit, the divine, your angels, your ancestors, your maybe your deceased relatives were diseased with addiction, but you guys have the job, you got the call, and you're answering it. So part of your vocation is, what is your life purpose? So I am going to ask you guys a question right now. This question is really deep. You might not be able to answer this right away. It might take you days, it might take you weeks, it might take you months, it could take you a year or multiple of years. That is okay. What did you want or need that wasn't available to you or for you? What did you want or need that wasn't available to you or for you? That is your vocation. That is your job, to create the things you wish existed. Create the things you wish existed. What did you want or need that wasn't available or isn't available to you or for you? That is your vocation. I know it's deep. Don't feel like there's anything wrong with you if you can't answer that right away. How you can find that the fastest, the quickest way to answer it, go and do things that bring you joy and make you happy. Go do things that bring you joy and make you happy. That's where your answers will come. You guys, I want to share with you, I normally walk outside. I walk outside, I listen to my music, I sing. I'm so happy when I do it. It brings me joy. And what started to happen to me while I was walking, this was a couple years ago, and I am meant to be a spiritual leader and healer. That is my soul's purpose, and I know it, and I'm transitioning into it. It is a very hard and long road and long process. Even though I know I'm supposed to be doing that, how I'm supposed to do that is still evolving. Part of doing these videos for you guys is part of that. I have another YouTube channel called Be in the Change. I put cards out every day. I'm ready to be seen and heard. It hasn't come into form, into total form, into what the actual job is, and money hasn't been attached to it yet. I know that it will be. It hasn't happened yet. It's not an easy process. But when I was on my walk the one day, words out of nowhere just started coming to me. So like I was walking 2 years ago, and all of a sudden this word resurrection came to me. I'm like, what in the hell? Why? I went to Catholic school. I know what resurrection is, but I had to come home and like look it up. What does it mean? Why am I thinking of this? And then another day I'm walking, I'm singing, nothing to do with any of this. And I kept hurting. I kept hearing the word atonement. I'm like, what in the hell? Why is this stuff coming to me? I had to come and look up the word and the definition, and it is all about going back and righting your wrongs. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going back and addressing all of the things that I didn't do in the best possible way because I didn't know how to. But it's like my soul is remembering things. And now I'm starting to realize my soul is remembering things I already know. But now I know because I'm connected to my soul is remembering things that it already knows. And I know that is happening for you guys right now. Your soul is starting to remember things. And you don't know how this is happening or why this is happening, but it is happening. I know what is happening to you guys right now, and I think writing is a huge part of that. That is how you're going to hear your messages from the divine, and it's going to come out through writing. So if you guys are not part of a writing group right now, if you aren't journaling, please start journaling. If you don't know where to begin or how to begin, maybe start by writing down things you're grateful for. Maybe write a gratitude list. Don't forget to put the date next to it when you do it. You can talk into your phone, all that kind of stuff. There is a power in getting pen to paper. Things are going to come out of you that you didn't know that were in there. Another thing is if you guys are angry at a person, at a situation, at anything right now, you can start writing letters to these people and never send them. Make sure if you write like to a person that hurt you, a fuck you letter, how dare you, fuck you. Don't give it to the person, by the way. But this is how you can start healing part of that. So is start writing letters to people who have hurt you, that have wronged you. Make sure that you read it out loud with a comfortable and safe person, not to the person that you're mad at. This is part of a healing process that you can start beginning, by the way. But having another person to discuss this with, a safe person that you feel comfortable with, that's going to help with part of your healing right now. And the next part says divine guidance. And as I looked at the time, I saw 2222. So you guys start looking up the numbers. If you start seeing 222, 111, 333, 1111, these are all signs from the divine that you're being present to your life and you're starting to know things. And they're actually angel numbers. You can see them on a license plate, on a mailbox, on a clock. Start Googling them and they will tell you what they mean when you see them. But they're angels sending you messages. So it says divine guidance. The ideas you're receiving are heaven sent answers to your prayers. The ideas you are receiving are heaven sent answers to your prayers. So you guys, I'm going to tell you this. How do you know when God, Spirit, the divine, your angels are speaking to you? Anything that is kindness and love and compassion is from the divine, is from Spirit, is from your ancestors, is from your angels, your higher power. Anything that isn't kind and loving is coming from either your ego or somebody else's ego. And when that is coming to you, what that is showing you is parts of yourself that aren't healed yet. That is just the divine letting you know of things that aren't healed within you yet. That is all. So it says focus on your priorities. Wherever you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention. They and you deserve. Your priorities, and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So you guys, knowing what your priorities are. If you don't know what they are, first of all, it's okay to not know what your priorities are. So there's a great book on hayhouse.com. It's hayhouse.com. It's Louise Hay, by the way. You're going to be drawn to this channel if you're into me and listening to what I do and what I say. If what I say to you, if you can actually hear me and not be like, what the fuck is she talking about? hayhouse.com will be great for you. But there is a book called From Clutter to Clarity. It's awesome. But if you, and they have it on audio, I do better with audio. But what it lets you know is if you're having a hard time focusing on your priorities right now, you might be overwhelmed. And being overwhelmed causes anxiety. And a lot of times your head is moving a million miles an hour and your body can't. So depression, you might come out as depression, and depression is deep resting because your soul is tired, and it's a pause. And you might go back and forth from overdoing to not being able to move, to overdoing to not being able to move. That's okay too. What will happen, balance will come, but what will happen is you won't stay in those spaces for as long. Not that you won't do it, not that you won't get anxious, or not that you won't get depressed, but as your healing continues, it's not you're never going to get anxious again, or it's not you're never going to feel so overwhelmed that you get depressed again. You won't stay in the cycle for as long. You have to be deprogrammed before you can get programmed. So all of the information that you found out that you learned that wasn't right or wasn't true, you have to first realize that it wasn't right and it wasn't true. And there is a grieving process with that. There is a sadness with that. There is an anger with that. There's a lot in there. So that process is happening for you guys right now. And it says bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps you shift higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Get outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless and vastness. So you guys, being outside, being with your pet, being with nature, that is going to ground you. That is going to refill your spirit and your soul. Doing creative things. Also, my girlfriends and I, they came over, we made God boxes. This says pray, it says let go, blinged it up. Whenever I'm worried about anything, I write a letter to God and I put the date on it. Dear God, please bless, please allow, please send me. Thank you. Love, Michelle. And I put the date and I put it in the God box. You can have a box of, I don't even fucking believe in God, but I'm going to try this shit anyway box. Whatever it is for you, a manifestation box, just to put your worries in there, to ask someone to help you release, to help you let go of the grip. The other thing that I did, which is so fun, is make, is this upside down? I think it's upside down. A vision board. This is a great way for creativity. This is fun. Make sure you put the date on it when you do it. Get old magazines. Start putting things that you love on there. That is a way, that is something fun and creative. So you guys, I think you've isolated for a really long time, and I think it's your time to come out. Fill your soul, fill your spirit, find your people. They're gonna find you too. Keep putting yourself out there. It says obstacles and blocks are being lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles, and the blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. When I said about writing, start with a gratitude list, you guys, honestly, the first time I was told to write a gratitude list was like 32 years ago, and it was when I was getting sober. So I lost drugs and alcohol. I lost my coping mechanism of how to keep myself safe and protected. And all I could focus on was what I don't have and what I can't do. And when I was told to do this gratitude list, I sat there for hours and I could not think of one freaking thing to write down. Nothing. Are you kidding me? It was like you just took everything that I loved away from me. My life was over and I was never going to be happy again and I was never going to have fun again. What is there to be grateful for? Start off with, I am breathing. I am alive. I have a pen. I have paper. I can write. Maybe warm water if you're able to take showers. If you have a pet that loves you, I don't care. Start somewhere. I know you might feel like you've lost a lot, but I heard this thing the other day and it's so beautiful. Now I could write a gratitude list that's a mile long. And I'm so grateful. I have a car that is from 2013 that should not be even driving. And every time I get it, I'm like, thank you, God, for allowing my car to still work because I need a new one. And it is, every time I drive it, I'm like, thank you, God, for getting me here. Not only getting me here safely. So being grateful for what you have, honestly, is a great place to start with your writing. So you guys, do me a favor, and if you are able to start writing, just send me a little note. Michelle, I'm journaling. Let me know. I want you to check in because this is really important to have somebody to be accountable to. I would love to hear from you guys. Earth signs, this is your sign signing off for the month of February, your career and finance. Thanks so much for watching.